A year ago today, officials say a passing driver noticed a home engulfed in flames. Once inside, firefighters beat down the blaze, only to find the bodies of 4 people.
The bodies, like I said, were burnt, unrecognitional. They had to get DNA out of the bones just to find out if they were the right people in the trailer.
Sadly, the bodies found at mile 87 near Willow, Alaska, were those of 23-year-old Azriel Stewart, 4-year-old Axon Soundera, and 1-year-old Kason Soundera.
She was killed. She was shot in the chest. The 4-year-old was shot in the chest, and the baby was shot in the abdomen. That's all I know. And he shot himself in the head.
Authorities told Edna Nelson, Azriel's aunt, that 43-year-old Vanaphone Soundera, also known as Jack, took his family's life along with his own.
Over a divorce because she didn't want to be with him because he was abusive. I mean, that's wrong for anybody. I don't care who it is.
Walking around the crime scene in the chilly air, one gets the eerie feeling this tragedy just happened yesterday. For Stephen Stewart, Azriel's father, it did.
Yeah, after about an hour up there on location, I'd start breaking down.
For the past year, Stephen has struggled with the horrific reality of the loss of his daughter and grandchildren.
I wound up hospital, in the hospital there and everything, major depression and everything, and was hurting and just major pain.
He felt like he lost everything. I mean, he felt like actually taking himself out.
But through the pain, Azriel's family finds a little comfort in precious memories.
I had Deanna. What do you think of the new baby? She was so proud.
Stephen remembers his granddaughter as they chopped wood for the long winter ahead.
And so she went and got 2 bottles of water, come on around the corner, and she's like, Papa, too hot, let's sit down, take a break. That was my girl, special.
What makes losing those special girls even more difficult for Stephen is unknown at the time. Vanaphone had done something like this before to his previous common-law wife.
He had beat her with speaker wire, cut her, threatened to cut her, pour salt on the wound, and put a gun in her mouth at the presence of the kids. And you only do 3.5 years, for something violent like that.
Who's going to reoffend? If we had a crystal ball and could have looked at it in this case, Vanaphone probably would have never got out of jail.
David Bauer is the detective on the Mile 87 case and says he too thinks about what might have been.
I feel for Stephen. I know his pain. I don't feel the pain. Certainly, I don't feel the pain he does in this particular instance. But I share his frustration. Could this have been prevented? Certainly, it could have.
Stephen is a very private man when it comes to showing emotion. Even today, he says, it's hard to shed tears in front of others.
Yeah. It is, yeah. But I still, even by myself, I get emotional or something there, and I can go on ahead and call, like, say, my friend.
Through prayer and persistence, Stephen tries to cope.
But, I don't know. It is pretty tough.
But through the darkness comes a glimmer of light.
He's working on the slope again. He's got his life back.
Got me going again, kind of keep my mind so-so, I mean, it's always on my mind. It'll never walk away.
For those who are left behind, their love for each other remains steadfast.
I don't think that there's enough flowers in this whole world that could say how much I love him. I love him with all my heart.
For Stephen, from the cold ashes of his worst nightmare comes the reminder for family to stick together through life's most turbulent times.
Mom and Dad's always taught me that there, and that's where I like that. The word family stands for father and mother. I love you.
Stephen is still trying to put the pieces of life back together, even though a huge part of it will always be missing. Reporting from Willow, I'm Natalie Travis, your Alaska Link.